Hey Sagittarius, and welcome to your weekly reading. I'm so happy to have you here. Cross watchers, welcome. Sag, know that I could be talking to you or someone in your energy, so take the reading as it resonates. But what I'm seeing here being highlighted for you this week is you are dealing with someone or a group of people who are chained to the rhythm. They really like the way things are, even though they're living in an illusion. Um, and they don't really want to change. They see you moving forward in your authenticity and in your purpose. Um, and I feel like you've been very patient with these people. It's like they bring harm into your life with the way they live under illusion, but you always try to send in healing and love to smooth things over. Um, but it's cool because you haven't stopped moving forward on your path, even though these people bring in harm. But I do feel that there's a lot of emotional pain that you've experienced because maybe you can see this woman here, she's cut out of this group of three women. That might be relevant, but it's kind of like a friend group that you've been shut out of, and or a family situation or society, I don't know, some sort of group that you were shut out of, and it's caused a lot of emotional pain. But your guides are actually so proud of you because you are on your path. There could be a relationship involved, a divine partnership with someone that you really love. That could be relevant too. That's kind of caught up in the mix of this, with this group of people living under illusion. Um, and it's sad because all you want to do is move forward in happiness, but this group of people, their ideas, their beliefs, like what they hold on to, is super toxic. So it's like this huge stumbling block on your way toward what makes you most happy. Um, yeah, and you've been dealing with people who are super prideful and immature. So it's like, yeah, they're chained to the rhythm, they're living under illusion, but they don't want to accept that or acknowledge that. I can see here too that you've put in a lot of effort in hopes to change the situation, your relationships with these people. Um, but you're met with like cold silence and cruelty and I don't know, bullheaded behavior, because these people have, or this person, it could just be one, has a blocked heart chakra, a blocked heart. And also, it's interesting, her eyes are blindfolded too. Her heart is closed, her eyes are closed. Like, there's no reaching this person unless you could reach them from within. It's almost like the truth that they would need to discover needs to happen within themselves, because they definitely will not take it anywhere from the outside. These people may need to struggle more or to suffer more in the illusion they live under before they wake up. Um, the lyrics that my guides want me to share go like this. They're from One by Mindy Gledhill, and they go like this: One life to live, mind the time while it ticks. We're all here in this moment. Let's unwrap it like it's the most beautiful gift. I feel like that's what you're wanting so bad with these people or this person, to have like understanding, and it's almost like could they just see could they just see that this is like our only life? Why are we doing this to each other? Why are we hurting each other? And I feel like the energy you come to them with is, acknowledging them as a gift, acknowledging your time with them as a gift, but they haven't done that with you. They've rejected and abandoned you. And I do feel that you may have been so heartbroken about this that you may find yourself trying to sleep off the heartbreak, trying to figure out how to process this heartbreak because it goes that deep. Yeah, and I feel like these people have changed the way you see yourself to a certain degree as well. And, and it's because they're afraid to step into the unknown. And because of their fear of stepping into the unknown, like what it is that they don't understand, ways of seeing the world that they don't understand, they've made you feel less than, they've made you feel less worthy. But your guides want you to know that Just because these people are afraid of what they don't understand doesn't mean you're not worthy. It doesn't mean that you're not an incredible person. It means they're stuck in an illusion. It means exactly what I'm saying. And so you may be closing out a cycle with these people, or you may be being guided to protect your energy when you're around them. You can see this woman has a wreath around her, and also she's protecting her world. Maybe don't share everything with these people. They may not deserve to know what's going on in your life or what your goals are or who you're becoming, because they see everything through a certain lens that is toxic. These people have, yeah, there's something about their foundation that's super off, but they would need to get a different perspective on. But they're not in a place where they want to do that. They're just focusing on what they know, and it's like if you bring in something else, they're not going to hear it. And even if the truth that they feel they know is causing so much chaos around them, they're too prideful to open their eyes to a different way of seeing things. So don't let that get to you. This is a wounding within them. This is a malfunction within their own worldview and way of operating from that worldview. So do not give that toxicity space in the way you see yourself, in your heart, in who you're becoming. Don't let them write a story on your life about your worth, okay? So I wanted to share the oracle cards. First, we have take responsibility for your life as a creative adventure. How can you live with more meaning, integrity, and truth? That's the first one. And this one says, don't run from the darkness, embrace your shadow side. What aspect of yourself have you been afraid to look at or address? And I wanted to read this one to you from the guidebook. It says, when we go on a spiritual growth journey, we can easily fall into the trap of thinking life is supposed to be easy, especially when we're doing the work. We believe that if we are not happy and joyful 100% of the time, we are doing something wrong. But true fulfillment comes with living all aspects of your life, highs and lows, peaks and valleys, light and dark. Darkness is not something to run from. It's only unhealed emotions that need more love. Embrace your shadow side, the unhealed wounds from your past, childhood traumas, unresolved anger, and unprocessed fear, and work to accept the pieces of you that you despise. Only then can real transformation take hold. True peace comes from acceptance and seeing all situations with love. A big part of any spiritual or personal growth journey is coming face to face with your deepest insecurities and fears. This is called the work. Many of us don't want to do the work because, well, it's work. It's hard and painful and feels impossible to understand. But when we do the inner work, often the miracle happens. We heal, we grow, and we transform. True transformation happens when we look at the pieces of ourselves that we've been hiding from. So that is the reading for you this week, Sagittarius. I hope this was helpful, and we'll talk to you next time.